Pleasant morning to everyone. I am P.KAVIYA, PhD Scholar, Department of Agricultural Extension, ANNAMALAI University. Here I am going to present the topic of non-verbal communication. As we all know that there are two types of communication, one is verbal and another one is non-verbal. Here I am going to take the lecture on non-verbal communication. First, the non-verbal communication means communication without words, sharing of information or messages through a non-verbal platform like eye contact, facial expression, gestures, postures, etc. Next, verbal and non-verbal communication plays a most important role in how people interact with each other. People are using around 35% of verbal communication and 65% of non-verbal communication in day-to-day life. The most important thing in communication is to hear what is not being said, which is said by Peter F. Drucker, which means the non-verbal cues are the most important factor we have to see while delivering a message or while delivering a speech by another person or even by ourselves. So, the 7:38:55 ratio, the most important ratio, because the 7 indicates words we communicate and 38 indicates sound which we produce during the communication, and 55 means the gestures which we give during the communications. Next, importance of non-verbal communication. So, first, helps to communicate with the illiterate peoples. So, non-verbal communication is the most important factor where we used mostly for interacting with the illiterate peoples or uneducated peoples or with the people with hearing disabilities. Next, reinforces trust and credibility, which means strengthening the trust during the communication. Next, to give the feedbacks like patting or clapping hands, etc. Next, information can be easily presented than the others. Next, may act as a substitute for the verbal message, especially if it is blocked by noise, interruption, long distance, etc. Next, proximus, the types of non-verbal communication. So, here I am going to list out the types of non-verbal communication. There are so many types. First one is proximus. The study of space is called proximus. So, the physical space in interpersonal relation which communicate some messages. How we communicate with the space around us is the proximus. Proximus act as a vehicle to carry message from one person to the another person. Next, types of proximus. So, intimate, personal, social and public. These are the 4 types of proximus. So, first one, intimate, which indicate the 18 inches. The distance between the two person is 18 inches. For example, if we whisper something in our friends' ears or our family members' ears, these are the intimate distance. Next, personal distance, 18 to 4 feet. For example, walking side by side with our family members or with our friends are the examples of personal proximus. Next, social distance, which is 4 to 12 feet, like attending a small meeting. These are the example of social proximus. Next, public, 12 to 15 feet. So, more than 12 feet is indicating the public distance, which includes giving lectures in the classroom, like teachers giving lectures in the classroom indicate the public distance. Next, proximus types. So, this picture represents the distance which one person communicate with the another person and their relation between them using the inches or distance between them. Next, chronemics. Chronemics means the study of time. So, the study of how time affect the communication is the chronemics. Time can be classified into several factors which includes biological, personal, physical and cultural. Next, olfactics. Olfactics means smell. The study of smell is called olfactics. Smell also plays an important role in communicating something between the individuals or between the group of individuals. Olfactic communication referring to various ways of people and animals communicate and engage in social interaction through their sense of smell. Our first sense and communication is by means of smell, as we all know that. For example, if a person were walk into a room that didn't smell good, automatically our perception regarding the person is bad. They would be less likely to interact with the environment around them. So haptics means the study of touch. So refers to ways in which people and animals communicate and interact via the sense of touch. Touch is the most sophisticated and intimate of the five senses. In case if we are not able to talk during the meetings or conference, but we have to appreciate another person's speech, means we have to formally pat or tap the person or clapping by hands like that. Next, types of touch. So functional, social, friendship and love. These are the four types of touch. So functional touch means like clapping or patting hands. These are the professional touch. Next, social, a polite touch. Next, friendship, a warm touch, and love, the intimacy. Next, vocalics. Vocalics means a para language. So also referred as a para language includes the way you speak, such as your tone of voice. Besides tone, vocalics might include the volume, pitch, tone, loudness of your voice. Verbal fillers. So as we all know that we have if we forget something means we usually use like the fillers. So they are called the fillers. In that by using that fillers we have to get ready for something, or if we forget something means we can use that fillers. Next, vocal communication is a separate from spoken language. These two are very different. Strong voice tones can cause a remark to sound enthusiastic and approve to listener. So voice tone is the most important during our communication. If our voice is too low means our communication communication must not be effective. The same words can express disapproval and lack of interest when used hesitantly or calmly. If you confidently speak the wrong communication or wrong message means we can easily, or audience can easily accept the message, because our tone is very confident at that time. If we use low voice means people usually don't want to see, or usually they shows the lack of interest in our communication. Next, vocal delivery. So the meaning of volume, touch, pace and tone. First, volume. Volume means the loudness or quietness, and pitch, high or low sounding. Next, pace. Pace means speed. So speaking quickly or slowly, the speed means pace. Next, tone, the mood set by your voice. For example, if we are in the happy mood, automatically our tone is to be in high pitch. If we are in sad mood, our tone is in low pitch. That is tone. So normal average frequency of an adult male is 85 to 155 Hz, and average adult female frequency is 165 to 255 Hz. Usually females having the highest frequency than the male. Next, artifacts. Artifacts refers to the physical object or ornaments that individual use or display to convey some messages about their identity, their richness, their belief, values, affiliations. These can include clothing, accessories, jewelry, hairstyles, or even technological devices. For example, if a person holding iPhones or a costliest or wearing a costliest jewelry means automatically our perception regarding that person seems to be this person is very rich, like that. So artifacts serves as a visual cues that provide insight into a person's personality, their cultural background and social status. Next, silence. The most powerful weapon in communication is silence. So absence of speech is the silence. Next, it can also signal agreement, disagreement, discomfort or confusion. If a person seems to be so silent means it will automatically create a discomfortness or some confusion around their circles. Next, silence can be a powerful tool for listening, provide speakers with the necessary space to express themselves fully. In some cultures, silence may be considered respectful or indicative of deep thought, while in others it may seem as uncomfortable or indication of disagreement. Silence, a form of non-verbal response. First one, communicating emotions. Silence automatically communicates some emotions. Next, pausing of thought. If we continuously thinking about something, means we can pause, we can express our pauseness, or we can express our feelings through silence. Next, non-verbal agreement or disagreement. If our friend or family members or some other person arguing with us, means we can maintain a silence by ignoring them. Next, active listening. So during listening, we have to maintain the silence. Then only we have to acquire the more knowledge about what the speaker is saying. Next, kinesis, the study of non-verbal cues is called kinesis. So it's a branch of non-verbal communication that focuses on the study of body movements, gestures, facial expressions, eye contact and body postures. It explores how our physical action and movement convey messages, emotions and attitude to the others. Body language such as posture, hand gestures and facial expression plays a crucial role in conveying meaning. Next, oculexis. Oculexis means the study of eye contact. The most important factor in the non-verbal communication means, or communication, usually in communication also the eye contact is the most important factor. If we maintain eye contact to the other person, means it will automatically create a trustworthiness or credibility. The way you look at someone can communicate many things, including interest, affection, hostility or attraction. It is crucially important in business relationship to convey confidence, leadership, engagement, and it shows how you are listening to the other person's speech. You should maintain eye contact for 50% of the time while speaking and 70% of the time while listening. So from this we can clearly know that we have to maintain an eye contact. We are maintaining the eye contact most of the time during the listening. Next, functions of eye contact. First, it will regulate the interaction and provide turn-taking signals. Next, monitor communication by receiving non-verbal communications. Next, it will signal the cognitive activity and express engagement, establish a rapport or connection. So this is the most important function that will, if we make an eye contact, a decent eye contact with another person, means it will automatically gather some rapport. And eye contact is one of the most expensive non-verbal messages available to us. Most expensive and also most expressive non-verbal messages. It can also convey the interest and respect to the other person. Next, facial expressions. So facial expressions are highly expressive and serve as a powerful tool used to communicate non-verbally in major way. So most of the people are using facial expression to communicate the other person. If we are not willing to talk to another person, means usually we are using the disgusting face or angry face, something. So like that we are using the facial expression in our day-to-day life. Next, person's expression is frequently the first thing people notice. If we use a smiling face, means the people can come and easily communicate with you. If you always carries an angry face or aggressive face, means they are not willing to talk with you. Next, emotions connected to happiness, sadness, anger and fear are universally expressed on the face, often associated with the internal emotion. So our facial expression always the expression of our internal emotions. Next, they can also serve as a social purposes. So these are the 6 phases which people always using in our day-to-day life. So first one is angry, next disgusting face, next fear, next joyful, next sadness and surpriseful face. Next, gestures. Gestures are the non-verbal forms of communication that utilize physical expression to convey meaning, emotion and intention. One influential classification system for body movement was developed by Paul Ekman and Wallace Friesen. Their system categorizes gestures into five primary types. These two people categorize the gestures into 5 types. First one is adapter, next one emblems, next one illustrator, next affect displays, next one regulators. So first, adapters. These adapters usually satisfy the personal needs, and emblems used to convey a specific message, and illustrator indicate shape, size of the object. Next, affect displays means express the emotions or feelings of ourselves. Next, regulators control the flow of conversation. So these are the hand gestures which are used by the different countries. First one, this hand gesture. So first one, this means in USA it is okay. In Japan it means money. In France, you are a big zero. They are conveying to the another person like you are a big zero. And in Brazil it is an insulting symbol. Likewise, these symbols are expressed in different countries. Next, this is also expressed. Next, head movements and posture. So head movements and postures are the integral component of the kinesis. Kinesis means body language. They play a significant role in conveying attitude, emotions and intentions. So 4 common human postures. First one is standing, next is sitting, next is squatting and then lying down. These are the 4 movements we people are usually using. First one, if we are, for example, if we are attending an interview, we have to maintain a 90-degree angle or right angled position, then only our appearance will be good to the questioner. Next, physical appearances. So appearance is one of the most important and easiest trait. Trait means characters. So character to describe your trait. Next, personality is more difficult to describe. But seeing a person and judging himself or herself by their appearance is easy. So if I am wearing a t-shirt or if a boy or if a legend wearing t-shirt during the speech means we are not giving that much attention to them. If the same person wearing a formal attire means we may give more attention to that speaker. So dressing sense is the most factor during the communication. We have to dress according to the occasions. Experts advise job searchers to dress appropriately for interviews with potential employers, since first impression is the matter. So according to research, a person's physical attribute may affect their ability to generate money. So by concluding this, the verbal communication, by comparing verbal communication and non-verbal communication, it is said that verbal communication is the best because non-verbal communication sometimes may convey a wrong message, a bad message to the person, or it is misinterpreted by the another person. So but it doesn't have any written documents, solid documents. So verbal communication have a document, or we are documenting by writing or presenting something or taking videos like that. So verbal communication is the best. By this I conclude this. Thank you.